Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Part 2, the sequel continued.
Podcast where we watch movies with some friends, discuss them, and then think up a sequel that already exists.
Oh, I am your roommate, Roger.
And I'm your roommate, Xavier.
We got a weird episode today.
Yeah, this time it's just Roger and I, and we're switching things up.
Yeah, we're going to do kind of a bizarro episode. So we didn't get a guest due to like the holidays. Everyone was really busy, which makes sense. However, this does give us kind of an opportunity that I thought would be really fun, is that if the podcast goes on for years, every first episode of the year could be Part 1, The Origin Begins. So what we're going to do in this episode is we sat down and we watched a sequel to a movie we had never seen before.
Yes, and now we're going to recap that sequel and then try to think of what the original was.
Right.
Having not seen the original and not planning to watch the original, there might be a little homework for our listeners this week. You're going to have to let us know how on point we are.
Right. Yeah. So, Xavier, could you go ahead and... I assume you didn't... I didn't write any questions for this episode. Because
I was
the two of us.
trying to think of like a description for it. So this week we watched Gate 2. Gate 2. A odd... I wouldn't even call it horror or thriller. It's just a bizarre movie about a teenage sorcerer who, with a group of random teenagers, brings out a demon minion?
Yeah.
A minion for a demon. And proceeds to fuck shit up, I guess, man.
So, just to kind of paint a picture, just to do some stage setting here, this movie was made in 1990, even?
Well, it was shot in 1988.
Oh.
And then it wasn't released until 1990.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, a replica of every Nickelodeon 90s film, like any kind of Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like, the costumer was pulled straight from those. It's all denim jeans.
The set decoration.
Yeah.
I actually found out that this movie was directed by the original the director of the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch movie, which the TV show was based off of, and its subsequent sequel, where they go to Rome. It's probably the biggest success that guy had.
Yeah.
And
did he not do the first Gate movie? Well, I guess
he did. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I think the first Gate movie was like one of his first movies. So,
speaking of the director, this man has a name that George Lucas would have pulled out of his ass.
what was it?
Tibor Takacs. That's probably not how you say it, but it's Tibor, Tibor, and Ticaks. Unless I spelled it wrong.
Tipper Takacs.
Takacs. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the setting. Just jumping right into, I don't know if I took a lot of notes. If we just want to go through it, but Gate 2, not the best SEO name out there.
Apparently there's like it's like : trespassers.
Okay.
So
all right,
which only applies to the very beginning of the movie,
right?
So,
Gate 2. So we have a few named characters, not as many as we're used to, because we're out of the year, the month of December. We're moving away from Christmas movies and going back to our normal gist here. We have Terry or Terrence, the main character, who is, I mean, the nerdiest Satanist you've ever seen in your life. Well, I shouldn't say Satanist, but we'll get there. Dad, who I don't know if we ever got a name for Terrence's dad. Pilot Man.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. We have John, Mo, and Liz, but we'll get to them.
Oh, was her name Liz?
Liz.
I didn't know.
You know what? The only reason I knew her name is because it said it in the subtitles.
Oh.
Right.
I guess John too, because I don't know. Maybe she says John a few times.
Mo says John.
Oh yeah.
Fireworks.
We're recording on New Year's Eve, so there might be some fireworks in the background. I don't know how well they'll pick up, but
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Right. So we follow Terry, the most satanic nerd you've ever wanted to beat the shit out of. He packs his bags and his hamster. I forgot why I wrote that. Says goodbye to his father and heads out across the street to Glenn's old house.
Yes.
Okay. where
help us figure out what happened in the first movie.
Right.
He almost explains entirely
Right.
in the opening scene.
there's some dialogue that happens
some
off
shit
camera.
went down.
And he's like, "Oh, I can't believe the end of the world almost happened in this neighborhood." And it's like, okay, so that gives us a pretty firm idea.
Shows us nothing, but
You're right.
kind of says something happened. So.
Right. Something really bad went down at Glenn's house, where he and a few others apparently opened a gate to hell. Do you remember? Okay, so Terrence is there to do something of a ritual, right? He's doing some kind of summoning spell.
Yeah.
Do you remember what he put on the table? Do you remember all the ingredients that he used?
Oh yeah, it was like bread,
Okay.
a sacrifice bowl, or no, a offering bowl, bread, wheat, an offering, and the ceremonial dagger. Yeah.
Right. There's only one thing you're missing, and that's lapis lazuli.
The fuck
Do
is
you know where the
that?
fuck to get that? It's a mineral. It's like it's a gem.
No.
So lapis lazuli, an offering bowl, bread, wheat, a ceremonial dagger, and a picture of his dad.
Dear old daddy.
He calls upon the seven sentials of the cosmos, but then, like, as he's doing this ceremony, which involves him,
For some reason, yeah, he like puts on a headset with a microphone to speak through a speaker.
right? It's like amplifying his own voice.
Yeah. It's really weird. It looks
He has
really
like a
stupid.
projector.
He's like doing his chant, and at the same time, he's like typing on his little keyboard, which I guess in 1990 was cool or something.
Yeah, I
but
mean, had to have been.
now you're just like, why the fuck is he doing that? Because they don't explain it at
No.
all.
None of this pageantry that he's putting on is explained. But he has a projector that is sending out a laser beam around him.
Yeah, like a light beam that makes the little circle for his ritual.
Right. But as he's doing it, like as he's performing, three bullies, I guess, three strangers, we don't know who these people are.
Yeah, just three random kids show up, and they're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, nothing. And the girl shows a little bit of interest, and so Terry's like, well, yeah, you guys want to join me? And so they all join in on this ritual to summon demons.
Right. So the four of them continue the ritual together. Oh, because, I'm sorry, someone accuses him of being a Satanist, and he says that
Oh yeah, he corrects them.
it's demonology because Satanism is for pussies.
Yes, demonology, the oldest religion in the world, I guess.
Something along those lines. And the four of them continue the ritual. They all offer something, right? I think Liz offers like a necklace. Mo puts they all put something in the offering bowl.
Yeah, to burn.
Um,
I don't remember what the fuck any of them put
John
in.
put in a king of spades.
Oh yeah, he pulls out a deck of playing cards.
Right.
Because that's what cool kids carried with them back then.
Yeah.
That's also not explained.
No.
So.
Not at all. Well, actually, that is a foreshadowing to something he says later in the movie. But remind me about that because I will forget.
Right.
So the four of them continue the ritual. Terrence is about to sacrifice the hamster with the ceremonial blade, and he chickens out. It's kind of a moment that like is building hype, and it immediately dies down. And much to Kristen's chagrin, John steps up and is like, "I'll fucking do it," and he kills the hamster. Very unceremoniously, but
he just kind of pop, and then
Yeah.
blood kind of squirts on Terry's face, and that's how we know that it's been done.
yeah, that's it. So he chickens out. John does it himself. So each of them wish for something different. In this ritual, they're trying to manifest something, like they've offered something to the other side.
Yeah.
Liz wishes for true love, right?
Now this is all silently. They don't.
Oh,
They,
right.
they
Of course.
eventually tell each other later, but in the moment, they're just in the middle of this ritual and they have to think of something that they really want.
Right.
So Liz asks to find her true love.
Even though
Terry-
she's with John.
yeah, she's with John, who for a moment they kind of imply is her true love. I don't know. It was kind of weird because she's like, I asked to find my true love, and Terry's like, but aren't you with John? She's like, yeah, I am with John. And it's just kind of like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? You know?
All right.
Mo, who we find out for almost no reason at all, has a hole in his heart.
And he has to take medication for it.
He wishes for aliens.
Right.
Because I don't know, they'd be cool, and he can tell them about Earth, and maybe they have a cure for his heart hole.
There's something you need to know about Mo, though, is that...
Oh yeah, this movie, just like Goosebumps and Who's Afraid of the Dark, shot in Canada. So
Right.
most of these people have to be Canadian, for most likely, right? Mo, for some reason, has like a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, Liz has like a hint of a Northeastern, like American accent.
Yeah.
But every now and then John will slip up and you'll hear his Canadian come out, and it's very funny. But Mo, yeah, I think if you were to read like a manuscript, just the script, I guess, of this movie, all of Mo's lines are exclusively either laughter, chuckles, snickers, chortles, and coughing. So, like everyone has a line, and he's just in the background giggling.
Yeah. He's supposed to be the weirdo of the group, the like kind of could snap at any second and murder all of them. He wishes for aliens, and then we have John, who wishes to be king of the world.
Ooh, King of Spades.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, all these three wishes, which make more sense than Terry's wish, which is that his dad get a job.
Right.
Not that he stopped being
An alcoholic.
like an alcoholic, which we find out afterwards. He's like, yeah, I got a job interview, son. And he gets in his car. He goes to pull away, but first he takes a swig of
out
something.
of a brown paper bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh,
Yeah.
he's a drunkard. And there are several moments in this movie where something happens, and then we find out that didn't actually happen
Mhm.
with no explanation. One of which being Terry's dad coming home and be like, I took a job, but not as a pilot, as like a baggage expediter.
Yeah.
And Terry's like all disappointed. And then the next morning, his dad's throwing out all his booze, and he's like, I gotta fly to London. First flight back, I'm going all the way to London.
Terrence is like, wait, you're
Yeah.
you're flying there? And he's like a bird.
And no explanation as to like what the fuck that was. There's another moment later on, I don't really remember, where the same thing happens. But anyways,
It does. It's like a narrative that gaslights the audience.
yeah.
Like you're not really sure what's what at all times.
But there's no like, none of these twists actually affect anything.
Right.
But jumping back to the sacrifice itself, once all is done and said and done,
In that order.
a tiny little creature appears,
Yes.
which is a minion, which is literally the only monster in this entire movie up until the climax.
Yeah. Until way later.
This little, literally action figure sized creature that is so, I don't know how to describe it. It's so weird. It's like flesh colored. It's literally 6 inches tall, and it just, I don't know. And there's some sequences where it's moving, where it's so clearly claymation,
Mhm.
but then other moments where it moves so fluidly.
It has to be a dude in a suit.
Yeah, they have to have shot him with like giant props around
Yeah.
him.
Like a giant bird cage.
Yeah, it was weird. Some of it was impressive, but some of it just looked like absolute dog
I will
shit.
say the minion was the most impressive thing about the movie to me, because
Yeah.
there were multiple shots where two of our human-sized characters on screen at the same time, and it's moving. I understand how you would have done that,
Yeah,
but like to get the scaling down, that was so good.
it was. Yeah, I don't know that. Still, only creature in this whole movie that causes all this havoc is this little minion.
Yeah.
Which
What happens when they first see it?
yeah, which upon seeing it, John pulls out a revolver.
It's like a snub nose.
Yeah, and blasts this thing straight in the chest, and then they all decide to dip.
So the room fills with like a black goo,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they have like visions of the other side.
Yes, and visions of the other side being like a desert landscape and an off color.
Right. Imagine like a 1960s Mars, like what they would have depicted as Mars. Like that is
So there's man, only movie buffs would really understand this, but in 2001, A Space Odyssey, when he goes through the black hole and he's going through all these dimensions, there are sequences of desert landscapes in like negative colors. That's what this effect was.
Yeah.
So it looked very bad. But once all this is done, they see all this stuff, and they're like, "Whoa, that was crazy! Like that was amazing." The room starts filling with this black liquid, and that's
it can't penetrate the summoning circle, and then the room goes back to normal after this gunshot or whatever happens. And
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So John pushes Terrence up against a door frame and is like, I saved our asses. You're the asshole. Say it. And it's kind of intimate. And then he pushes him to the ground and the three bounce, right?
Yeah.
So Terrence is left alone with his thoughts after being pushed to the floor, and all of his equipment, all of his radio equipment, his audio stuff was shot up.
His projector. Well, doesn't John
he shoots
shoot
it
that stuff? Yeah,
right.
He's just like, screw you and your
all your
dumb
stuff.
nerdy crap. And that's when Terry, in his little, what would you call it? In his rock bottom moment, decides to pick up this little creature that they just shot and take it home and pickle it.
Yeah, he puts it in a pickle jar.
Yeah, he puts it in a jar and he just stares at it for days.
And it's got to be in like some kind of solution, like a vinegar or something.
Some kind of liquid, some kind of brine. And eventually, this creature with this giant, not even a giant bullet hole.
It's just a bullet hole,
little tiny bullet hole in his chest. Heals, and
the bullet is
the bullet. Eventually, Terry notices the bullet's laying on the floor of this jar, and the creature doesn't have a hole in its chest anymore. And
but that's when his dad calls and says, "I got an interview."
Yeah, is that when the dad has the interview, or is it when he's
trying to tie a tie?
Yes,
he asks Terrence to come into the bathroom or to help him tie a tie.
Yeah. We're jumping a little bit ahead with the creature healing itself, but he pickles the creature. His dad tells him about his interview, and then when he notices the creature is healed itself, that's when his dad tells him that he's gonna be a luggage expediter, and the creature escapes eventually, and that's when he fights it with a hockey puck.
We skipped a whole part about when Terrence got detention.
Oh yeah, Terrence gets detention, and that's when he meets up with Liz again.
Yeah,
and that's how he finds out what she wished for. I think that's literally all that scene was for.
Yeah, all I have written down is, oh god, Terrence gets detention for not paying attention. Liz is there too. Cut to John and Mo as they smoke a joint and discuss their wishes. Terrence finds out that his pickled demon no longer has a bullet wound, but his drunk dad comes home celebrating his successful interview. And that's whenever the dad goes back upstairs and the demon gets out.
Yeah. And then
or the minion, I should say.
Terry decks himself out in hockey gear, fights this little minion, and captures it, puts it in a bird cage.
Well, he puts it in the now vacant hamster cage.
Oh yeah,
that is a bird cage.
But he was keeping his hamster in it. It was so fucking weird. And then that's when he's like sitting there. I think he decides to take some pictures of it.
He is, yes.
And then that's when Liz
shows up.
Just shows up. I don't know how she knew where he lived or how any of these people find out where he lives.
Yeah.
But she just shows up, walks in, and all he says is, "How did you get in?" And they just have a normal conversation after that. Eventually, she's like, "Well, why can't we just wish for more stuff? Like stuff." And he's like, "It doesn't work that way." And she's like, "Well, I want a cherry red Corvette, like 60-something Corvette." And he's like, "It doesn't work that way." And then she wishes for it, and they have a cherry red 60-something
Right. So she
Corvette.
performs kind of a half-assed ceremony.
To the minion.
Right. To the minion. She burns a piece of to-go noodle box container paper and pulls a pin off of her jacket and burns that too. And with the sacrifice of, I guess, the fire and this little pin, she ends up getting a car, which they're driving around the town with. And they even start abusing this little wish system, and they wish for everything that they desire. My favorite thing is a leather jacket and a white scarf.
For both of them.
Yes, they're both wearing these.
So matching leather jackets and white scarves.
And I really want it to be in my attire.
As they're enjoying themselves on this night with all their wishes, John and Mo see Liz driving off with Terry, and they're like, what the hell's going on here? So the next morning, Liz calls Terry, and she's like, hey, what happened to all our stuff? The Corvette turned into shit, like a literal pile of shit.
Yep.
And Terry's just like, well, yeah, that's what happens. Like, and then it kind of dawns on him. He's like, oh no, even my dad wish might turn to shit. And to which point he finds out his dad's in the hospital.
Right.
But before he goes to the hospital, John and Mo decide to confront Liz, and they're like, hey, what are you doing with this nerd? Are you in love with him? And she's like, no, I'm your girlfriend, and make up. And that's when John and Mo come up with the idea that they're going to go get back at Terry. Meanwhile, in the hospital, Terry comes, he sees his dad. He's completely bandaged up, and I was for sure that he was just going to turn into a pile of shit. But he never does, so unfortunately. But, he sees his dad. The airline people are kind of like, this dude wasn't even qualified to serve peanuts. How did he get a job flying a cargo plane?
He didn't even make it off the runway.
No.
Right, he got into a major accident.
They don't describe anything of it except for the fact that it was still on the ground on a cargo plane, so no one else got hurt.
Right.
And then Terry goes back home where he's ambushed by John and Mo, who, John says the weirdest shit. Like, he's like, hey, we have the same taste in girls, huh? Isn't it weird we have the same taste in girls?
Well, he introduces himself by punching Terrence in the face with a southpaw.
Yeah.
That he's clearly not.
Yeah, it was a weird, like, what do they call that? Blocking? Where they just wanted to show John in frame punching Terry, but the house was like in a certain direction that he needed to use his left hand in order to get into frame.
It was very awkward, very, very clunky.
Yeah, it was easily the one shot in the movie that stood out the most. But yeah, John kind of threatens him. He's like, well, I shared something with you. You're going to share something with me. Leaves. Terry goes in, finds out John and Mo have taken the minion. From there, John and Mo decide to make their wishes after getting into an altercation with the minion while driving, almost causing an accident and leaving them all scratched up and whatnot. But they get their wish, which is to eat at a
lot of money. They get a lot of money, but using the money, they go eat at a fine dining restaurant.
Yes. And then at the restaurant, that's when they start to discover that these wishes are kind of going awry. John is getting how would you describe it?
He's being anamorphed, but in real time and gross.
Yeah, and his skin is kind of decomposing and turning pussy and just blood squirting out of him. And Mo, in the meantime, is not getting any of these symptoms. He's just kind of like enjoying his dinner. John rushes into the bathroom, and this is when Mo realizes that the money he's about to pay with turns into literal shit. Meanwhile, John in the bathroom explodes
out of the wall. Not explodes. John.
I was hoping he would just pop like a bubble, but no, he explodes through the bathroom wall
into the restaurant, causing mayhem. He jumps out of a window
into his car, crashes his car
immediately.
Mo, completely freaked out, rushes to his aid. Meanwhile, Liz and Terry share a moment in the hospital with Terry's dad.
I don't even know if I wrote that down.
Where he's like kind of staring at his dad and he's like concerned, and Liz again pops up out of nowhere and is like, it's okay for you to touch him.
Yeah.
I went through the same thing. My dad, he had cancer.
It's like, that is not the same thing.
Not the same at all. But she convinces him to touch his dad, and share a quick little moment with his dad. And then she says, "It's okay to touch me too." And they hug.
And it's a lot more innocent than it sounded.
Yeah. And then they rush back to Terry's home and start making a I don't know, what would you call it? Like a sacrificial box, like the opposite
it's kind of a
sacrificial
bug bag,
box.
but to get rid of a minion.
Yeah.
Right.
So earlier in the movie, we see that Terry's he has like a music box from his mom, and they fill that with a bunch of stuff.
Some lapis lazuli, maybe some wheat.
Some wheat again. Wheat's really important. Some of his own blood.
Right.
And then I forget what they called it.
Oh.
Like she's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just an item that comes from love."
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't remember what they called it either.
But he's like, I don't know where to get one of those. And she goes to reach for like a pin.
Or no, she reaches for her promise ring.
Oh yeah, for her promise ring that John gave her in the scene where John confronts her about hanging out with Terry. He's like, "This is real. This is real." He's like, he's referencing a promise ring that he gave her. But yeah, she reaches for the promise ring and she's like, "No, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the pin that I guess Terry gave her," because they didn't show it on camera, did they?
They did.
Okay.
It was right, I think, either before or after the hug.
Yeah.
He gives her the PAA pin,
which is the airline his dad works for. But she puts that in the box, and he's like, I don't remember what he says, but she's like, "Don't make a big deal out of it." And then they're like, "Well, now we just need to put this minion in this box and go throw it into the
gate.
The gate. Which
that's what we're gonna call it.
Summoning circle.
Yeah.
And then as they go to leave to find the minion, that's when they run into Mo, who tells them that he has John locked up at his job, which is a warehouse, because it has steel doors. They rush to the warehouse, and there they find that John has his animorphed into a demon. And man, Mo kind of falls and
so Mo
gets
goes
knocked
through
out.
what looks to be on camera as his heart finally failing. Right? He's going through a lot of stress. He's having trouble climbing up these ladders. His friend is now a monster. He's all out of laughs, and he clutches his chest as he says, "It's happening," and he falls off the railing, and he hits the ground with a thud, and we are left to believe that Mo is dead.
That's when John picks him up.
John, in like monster form.
John,
he's like 13 feet
demon, tall. In very awkward claymation.
Yeah.
They couldn't get a guy in a suit for this one. But he picks up Mo and climbs up the hardware in the warehouse, takes off, and Terry and Liz decide they need to go and save Mo. I think Terry literally goes, he's going to the gate to the summoning circle. I know exactly where that is.
It's
Glenn's
the same
house.
place we all met.
Literally where they all met at the beginning of the movie. No need to say that he knew where that was. Show up there. They get transported to the other side. Did they have a name for it?
The other side is all I know.
Okay.
Just to kind of go into it a little bit, they get back to Glenn's house. As Terrence is kind of digging through all of the stuff to get like everything prepared, the minion shows back up, and they have like a little rouse, and he catches it in the music box.
Oh yeah.
So the minion is now in the music box with all of that special stuff. Let's see. Then Mo shows up. He like is walking down the dilapidated stairs.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Mo. Mo shows up and he's perfectly fine.
He's
like,
fine.
"Oh no, yeah, that was nothing. But there is something I want to show you guys." And he starts to unbutton his shirt, and when he rips it open, it's the body of like a chubby,
like me. Like
fucking, it's like a chubby man with no skin. It's kind of like
kind of a muscle.
Yeah, kind of like a leathery texture to it. And we see that he has a demon, and
like we pan up, and his face and head are gross and bumpy, and like, there's like osteoderms on his head.
And then I don't exactly remember how they get to the other side.
Well, he pushes him. So John reaches down from the ceiling, like he breaks through the ceiling and grabs Liz and pulls her up. Mo, in demon form, pushes Terrence into like a grave.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He has a headstone. Chandler.
Oh yeah, the headstone just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, Terrence Chandler. And as he falls in, but as he crawls out, he realizes he is now on the other side.
Yes.
He's in this hellscape.
And from there, he has to go find Liz and save her. She's laid out on a sacrificial slab, and they're like, we gotta kill her to bring the fucking head demon. I can't remember his fucking name either. Because I guess that's the goal of the demons, is to get the Trinity,
right?
The three major demons into the mortal realm to
hell on earth.
Yeah. And in this process, Terry realizes that he is now a demon, but his demon kind of just looks like the Minion, but his size.
Right. He goes through a really weird kind of pubescent phase of his demon, in where, like, at first he just looks like Terrence, but really fucked up.
Yeah.
And then even, like, his hands are, like, gross and big, and his hair is now, like, receding and thinning. He still has, like, glasses on. And then it gets much worse, and he becomes, like, the full demon.
Yeah, and he's about to sacrifice Liz, and I don't remember what it was.
The Minion pops out of the box.
The Minion finally gets out of the box, and the music starts playing. And brings Terry back.
Right.
Terry realizes that he doesn't need to kill Liz, but he needs to get that Minion back in the box and throw him into the void of...
Which is, like... They're in, like, these ruins, like, at the top of, like, a hill or a cliff.
Yeah.
And the gate, the proper, like, portal, is down at the bottom of this cliff. So he has to... He doesn't change back into Terry. He's still in his demon form, but he's like, I'm not gonna do it. And he somehow gets the Minion back in the box. And, he throws the knife at Demon John.
Oh yeah, and, like, nails him right between the
eyes. Yeah, and John goes down, and Mo gets scared by that and kind of hides.
And Terry literally just walks over, grabs the Minion, puts it back in the box, throws the box into the gate, and beams of light shoot out. Fucking
Mo
gets hit by a beam of light and shoots off like what do you say, like Team Rocket?
Like Team Rocket, man. They got blasted off again. Like, he gets hit, and it's such a quick, like, maybe 2 frames of, like, pew! It's so funny.
And then Terry falls into the gate as well. That's the end of him. Liz, I guess, just wakes up again. I mean, she's awake while this is happening. She wakes up at some point. But then she's in the mortal realm, I guess. I don't know. I think it just cuts to the funeral. I don't really remember that bit too well. I was still laughing about the whole Mo thing. But
so she wakes up back in Glenn's house, and she's kind of crawling around, and she sees a dead Terry, a dead human Terry, right? And she kind of gets really somber about that. And then it cuts to a funeral.
I missed all of that bit.
Yeah, but the Mo thing really took you out.
But yeah, now we're at Terry's funeral. His dad, perfectly fine, only has one, like, crutch.
Yeah.
But in the wide shot, we see Liz holding the fucking demon book and some wheat.
Yeah.
And right as they finish the prayer for Terry and they start lowering his casket, which I thought Terry was Jewish, but whatever.
Okay.
They start lowering his casket. He just pops out and he wakes up and he's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And everyone else at this funeral freaks out, runs off, except for Liz and the dad. And Terry's just like, "Wow, that was crazy. Well, Dad, you're out of the hospital. Holy cow, how long has it been? Like, you look great." And they all start laughing, and they start walking away, still laughing for like a solid 3 minutes. They just keep laughing the whole
time.
They're
like arm in arm.
Away.
They're like holding each other, walking.
And we hold on the casket, and that's when Mo pops out, and John
pops out.
And I think John says, like, at some point earlier in the movie, he says, "Who needs demons when you've got chicks, man?" But as he comes out of the casket, he says, "Who needs chicks when you've got demons, man?" And those two laugh and walk off, and credits roll. There is an after credit scene where the hamster also comes out of the casket. So
right.
This whole movie literally had 0 consequences whatsoever. Right. But yeah, that's Gate 2. Yeah, a wild ride for sure.
Definitely Not something I was anticipating. Like when you look at the cover of it, or like not the trailer, the thumbnail is what I should say. And like you read the
about 80% of the country's forced sterilizations before 19.
Just another podcast. There's like another podcast starts playing. I expected something a lot more dire. Like it is rated R.
Yeah, it's rated R, but I don't remember there being any language.
Yeah, hardly any.
There's almost no blood in this movie either. It's there's almost no sexual references at all either. Definitely no nudity.
There's some kissing.
There's some awkward kissing. I really don't know why this movie's rated R.
Rated R.
And also, because of the ending, 0 body count. So
yeah, there's no deaths.
I did watch the trailer for this, and it gave me Troll 2 vibes. Especially the kid in this. We didn't go over this, but he has a dream sequence where his dad's like drunk, and he's about to crash his plane, which is right before he finds out that his dad's in the hospital. But in that scene, he's supposed to be screaming like he's about to die, but it's literally just like the kid from Troll 2. Yeah, it's super monotone.
Yeah.
This kid was a terrible actor. I don't know how he got this part. But it's probably literally just for his looks. The trailer, there was a scene in it that wasn't in the movie. Where,
you were telling me about this.
Yeah, where like a body falls over and it turns into a bunch of these little minions. And yeah, I didn't see that at all in the movie.
Which is depressing, because I'd love to have seen how they did that.
But no, yeah, it was something. I was literally we came with, I think this initial idea of doing a sequel and then trying to guess at what the original was pitched by our friend Zach.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ruckus.
Yeah, early on in the conception of this podcast, and since we didn't have a guest this week, we thought, hey, why not? But I was literally just surfing through trying to see what sequels I could find on streaming. I was going through Tubi, which is where we normally watch our movies, but I was like, if we don't have a guest, I don't want to sit through trailer or commercials.
Ads.
So you can find Gate 2 and Gate on Amazon Prime if you have it. And if you do have it, please watch Gate 1 and let us know if these predictions we're about to make, or I guess they're not even predictions.
No, they are guesses.
Guesses of what happened in the first one are correct.
We do have evidence, though, so these are more theories.
Yes, I feel like we'll get like a good gist of what happened because of the explanation in the beginning. But like who all the characters are in the first one. Like obviously I think Terry is in it.
Terry's gotta be in it.
Glenn's definitely gotta be in it, but
Glenn is gone.
Glenn certainly doesn't make it.
Along with the rest of Glenn's family.
That house is burnt down. I mean, it's possible they could have survived.
And like moved away.
Yeah, and just moved somewhere else.
Like the house just got destroyed.
Yeah. We didn't kind of go over the fact that, we talked about how Terry's he's about to do this little sacrifice to get his wish from these demons. But the fact that he's like obsessing over these demons after what should have been like a super traumatizing event of the first movie, which I think he says in his little voiceover at the beginning, where he's like, I should have been traumatized, but I'm just intrigued.
Yeah. Weird kid. Go to therapy.
Yeah, definitely should not have been the protagonist of this one.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that Terry was probably in the first film. Do you think he was the protagonist in that? Or do you think he was a side character?
I think Glenn was the protagonist of that one. I think it was this Glenn character, and Terry just happened to be his friend and neighbor. But they come across the book.
They find
that Terry uses for a portion of this movie, and decide that like, hey, let's
try this.
Yeah, let's try it as like a joke, as some fun, because maybe it's Halloween night. They need something spooky to do, and then they find out that it's real. I did not watch the trailer for the first one. I did see like a little clip of it as I was scrolling through, where like a zombie pops through a door or something. So maybe all the events of this movie take place in the house.
Okay.
And it's Glenn's family being terrorized by the demons in this book. And Terry just happens to be there because, his dad's
Oh,
an
okay.
alcoholic. So
What if? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is before Terrence's dad is alcoholic, right? Because in the movie he's an alcoholic because of Terrence's mother's death.
the mom dying. Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna say the mom is alive. Terrence's dad is a pilot. Everything's fine. He has a full head of hair. There was a weird
every
theme.
adult in this movie has a full head of hair.
Every adult man that was not to be presented as a teenager was bald or balding. So
Yeah, in Gate 2. It's very
Yeah.
strange.
so in Gate 1, many people have a lot more hair.
I think yeah, I don't know, cuz like the little opening voiceover for Gate 2, his voiceover is to his dad. He's like
He's
telling
talking
his dad
to yeah.
who's passed out drunk that he what happened. And I don't know, it could have been, I think, did he say it was like a year ago?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how long ago.
I guess
would've
it could have been like a year. It could have been any amount of time because Glenn's house is just
been across the street.
yeah, across the street and fenced off. And when we go inside of it in Gate 2, it looks like it's burned to ashes. So, yeah, I think most of it is Glenn's family being tormented, and Terry just being there. Maybe there's a girl that Glenn was into.
Oh
who's
yeah, let's
also
give
there.
new characters. So in the sequel we have like mean bullies.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they're bullies. They're just supposed to be like, fuck, what would you call it? Like scoundrels.
Yeah.
Like just dirt bags.
They're not nice.
Like Liz just happens to be in detention too whenever
Yeah.
Terry goes. So like clearly that's a regular part of her week. So I think the first movie is people Terry would hang out with. 'Cause I
right,
think
it's all of Terry's friends.
they call him an honor roll student. So these are all other honor roll students who have nothing better to do. So that's why they're fucking around with this book. But if we're gonna go Glenn, Terry, and a girl, Jessica,
okay. I just want one more. Like
the mom for Glenn.
okay, yeah.
Or maybe Glenn also has a sister. So it's Candace for the sister. I don't know. Phineas and Ferb. And Loretta for the mom.
For the mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna remember this.
So wait, okay. So I'm gonna guess here. They find this book in like because they're nerds and good students, they hang out in libraries.
Yeah.
But maybe Glenn or Terry, one of them like does something like throws a pencil or like, does something to cause someone to walk away from the group.
Yeah.
And as Glenn is like kind of going toward like where the pencil fell, they find like a staircase that goes down into like a cellar part of this library. And they all go down there, and as they're searching through like the cobwebbed, decrepit books, they find this evil black book. And
Or maybe it like calls to him.
right, oh yeah, it's like whispering to them.
It's like, come check me out. And
Yeah.
then you have to go up to the librarian. And she's like, oh, no one's checked this one out since I don't know what years. I think the first one came out in like 86 or something. So,
Okay.
no one's checked this out since 78.
Yeah, good one.
So yeah, and then they're just like, oh, that's dumb, man. That book's nothing. And Glenn obsesses over it the next night, and or that night, and the next day goes to school and is like, man, it talks about this gate and these demons and so on and so forth and demonology, and that's when Terry's like, demonology, that's for pussies. I'm
He
a
has
Satanist.
a whole 180 between the two. So let's give him a reason to try it. Maybe they're trying to maybe
there's a bully. who's
okay.
or like a popular kid who's having like a party, and they're like, are we invited? And he like does something to humiliate him, and it's like, no, you guys aren't invited. Screw you guys. So they're trying to get revenge with this book on this bully. But I don't know, maybe they're like, hey, let's give everyone at that party diarrhea with demonology. Something. But it backfires. Instead, the book turns on them. So yeah, Glenn, Jessica, and Terry all get together in Glenn's house. Loretta is about to take Candace out trick-or-treating because it's Halloween. It's Halloween party they're about to have.
Yeah.
And as they leave, that's when they start lighting candles and making this little thing, and they pop out the little karaoke box and start calling out to the demons. And then that's when they start showing up. And at first, they're just kind of like, whoa, that was some trippy stuff. But then they realize that it's real and it's serious and they can get seriously hurt. And one of them escapes. Like, one of them just kind of like gets away. And they're like, oh no, we got to stop this one before my mom gets back.
Oh, one of the demons gets out.
Yeah,
okay, one of the demons escapes.
And we got to stop this demon before my mom gets back because I'm going to be so grounded.
I'm going to be grounded if my mom finds a demon.
And so now they're searching through the whole house to find this demon. And then that's when they realize that there's more demons and they're popping out and like
we never closed the gate.
Yeah.
One.
and then eventually Loretta comes back with Candace, and that's when they see they get captured by these demons. They're like, oh no, we gotta save them. How do we kill demons? With fire. So they literally just start lighting the whole house on fire.
So it's not a flamethrower.
No. They're just taking the candles and like
putting it to curtains. Yeah.
And eventually the whole house burns down. And well, I mean, it doesn't burn down, but like the inside gets fucking torched,
scorched. Yeah.
And maybe this movie also ends with no fatalities. They're just kind of like
standing outside of this scorched earth, just kind of wiping their hands off.
The world almost ended, but I guess we're just gonna have to find a new house now. What's weird is that like Terry is talking to his dad at the beginning of the second one,
right,
while he's asleep, and he's like, "It's crazy. You'll never know that the world almost ended right across the street." But surely he must have noticed that, like,
house.
Hey, your friend's house burnt down. Your friend doesn't come over very much anymore. Yeah. Like, well, I don't know. His dad is a drunkard, so
any number of excuses that he needs.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's Gate.
Yeah, I mean, time will tell whether we got any of that correct.
Yeah, Ethan will most likely watch it.
Ethan 100% is gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I found out Rage and Ash went to Iowa for Christmas.
Yeah.
And when they came back, I found out that Rage's aunts and uncles listen to this podcast.
Oh.
So, hello,
nice.
Jim, at least. But
hi, Jim.
Hello. One time when I went to go visit them for Christmas, Jim was like, do you like music? And I was like, yeah, I like music. And we sat down, and he handed me a guitar, and I was like, I don't really know how to play. And he's like, well, then I'll play it, and you sing. And I was like, okay. And he hands me this massive music book full of, like, literal, like, music sheets. And I'm scrolling through, I don't know any of these songs. And then I find Hallelujah. And I only know that song from Shrek.
Yeah.
But we start playing that, and, like, for some reason, all of us in this finished basement are all singing Hallelujah. It was a very weird moment.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Maybe that moment was in Gate 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were down in a finished basement singing Hallelujah whenever the house was burning down above them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just like that scene in Watchmen.
Oh, yeah.
But they're having sex.
They're having sex
scene,
in the clouds. Yeah. Well, cool. So, this would normally be the part where we ask the guest if they want to plug themselves, but we'll do it. My name is Roger Hanna. If you want to find anything that I do, I think on Twitter and Instagram, you could probably find me at Roger Hanna VO. And on TikTok, I'm Roger.Hanna. So if you want to find any of those, I'm available and I'm out there. Xavier?
I haven't been doing too much lately. We do have a YouTube channel, Roger and I, called Odd Mister, ODDMR. Period. You can find some videos that we've made in the past on there. We'll probably put some more up eventually.
Eventually.
Life is getting in the way right now. But,
definitely so.
We do have a video in the works that
it's so close to being done.
So close. We just have to.
There's just like
some stuff that needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
And music and sound effects and all that stuff. It'll be up eventually. But yes, we have those, and then we have the Instagram for this podcast, which is part2_pod. We'll post what we normally post, mock posters for the sequels that we do. I think on this one we're just gonna put pictures of of Gate 2. But you know, if man, normally we'll do the questions because we do ramble when we try to explain a movie. This is kind of like a one-off exception. It would have been weird if Roger just asked me questions and I knew all the answers to it. But yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram. If you enjoyed this, tell a friend about it. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, not typically how we do it, listen to some other episodes. Give us a follow. If you've been listening to us for a while and you haven't yet, give us a little review wherever you listen to this podcast, whether that's Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And just tell someone. Like, if you're enjoying it, literally go to your mom, your dad,
your
baby brother. Go, just put your phone next to a toddler and let them listen to our garbage. Or maybe you're pregnant and your child hasn't been born yet. Just,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just put some headphones over your belly.
Yeah, they don't need Beethoven. They need part 2. The sequel continues. So, but yeah. So this is our New Year episode, first episode of the year.
Oh, Happy New Year! Happy 2023.
If you guys have any goals, feel free to share them with us. You can comment on our Instagram. On our we host this podcast through Anchor. We have an Anchor link. If you go in there, you can leave us some little comments. What was your friend's name again?
Chain.
Yeah, he left another comment on there. So it was just a follow up to our to our.
We also have a dog in here. Not sure if y'all can hear it.
I think 50 minutes is his limit because
he's getting restless.
Yeah. But thanks for listening, guys. The last few months have been awesome. Hopefully next year will be much more growth for us, and
we'll get some more guests.
Make more content. We we watch these movies with our guests, and a goal of ours is to get there's a firework. is to probably try like live streaming with other fans while we watch these movies as well. Maybe even making some commentary tracks, stuff like that.
Right. Let's see. Oh, also, if you have any movies that you want to if you would like us to sequelize, then please, by all means. It's hard enough to get a guest to pick a movie. And when it falls to us, we'll fall back on our laurels, right? Like we'll choose what we're familiar with. So if you have any movies that you want to see us do a podcast on, then by all means let us know. And I want to give a special thanks to Peyton Petkus for our theme music, our intro and outro theme. And I guess that's it. This is where we end it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So thank you all for listening. I hope you had a good time. Please go out and watch Gate and let us know what we got right. Don't tell us what we got wrong. And we'll see you next week on part 2.
The sequel.
I thought I was going to do it together.
Oh, so let's do this one more time.
Okay. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget that I've been Roger.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have been Roger.
And I've been Xavier.
And we'll see you next week on part 2.
The sequel.
Continued.
All right.
Perfect.